Hey everyone, it's Types, and today I'm going to be bringing you a deck based on gym leaders, just like you were asking, and I wanted to make because I think it's a cool idea. I've seen this in the past, and I'm going to be doing Katy this time. I was looking at the options, and I realized Katy is the only option, so we're doing with that. And I should go over the quick rules that I've set for myself here. By the way, this deck's really bad. I'll warn you that. First off, I might have the list in the description, but probably not. It's probably not worth playing, but I threw this together, and I think it's okay. I think it's close to as good as it gets. I'm not quite sure, but the rules are that the only support I can use is the gym leader, this is Katy, and the only Pokemon I can use are that gym leader's Pokemon or evolutions, like Pokemon in that line. So obviously I have Spidops here, Spidops EX, which is a solid Pokemon, and obviously the Tarountula, I think it's Tarountula. And then I have this Teddiursa, which she turns into bug type for some reason. And then I have Ursaring, which is her Pokemon. And then I have Ursaluna. Admittedly, Ursaluna shouldn't be in here because Ursaluna is not even in Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet, but it's an evolution of Ursaring, and so I decided that I think it's fair to put it in the deck based on the rules I set. And the idea is this is actually a control deck, a really bad control deck. But luckily, the good thing about control decks is you can not take any prizes and get completely rolled over and say you're about to win because you never take any prizes anyway. So that's always a good sign. But the main idea here is you have Ursaluna, which has actually a very powerful attack here. Put up to 2 cards from your discard pile into your hand. That's pretty insane. This allows us to recover pretty much just gusting options. I could add Echoing Horn in this list. I did not mean to change the deck box. But I don't have it here. It could be good. I'm actually going to drop a full face card for an Echoing Horn now that I think about it. But I misspelled it. I don't know how good it'll be, if we're really going to be able to get enough use out of it. But then, obviously, we have the Spidops, which increases their retreat cost. We can't even attack with it in this list. I used to have Grass Energy. I cut them. But Spidops increases their retreat cost. Path will shut this off, so we have Mesagoza to bump it. And then we have Ursaluna here with this, as it says, attack recovers items, or any cards, which is insane. Teddiursa on a coin flip recovers an item, which isn't too bad. And by the way, these guys have insane amounts of HP too, so they can actually live hits out. So that's part of why I go into V-Guard Energy over a card like Lucky Energy. Debatably, that's better, but I think I like the way it is so far. And I have Gift Energy as well to draw cards. Again, debatably, Lucky is better, but I'm going with this. I think Katy is actually a really interesting card and a solid one for control decks. Shuffle your hand to your deck, then draw cards your turn ends. So obviously that's a good amount of draw, but your turn ends, which is really bad. So it comes out to be somewhat okay. So I don't know. The issue is obviously this is our only supporter. So yeah, this deck's not very consistent. I'm gonna run a few games. I'll run it on the rank ladder, I guess, just to play against some like solid decks. But yeah, I can't imagine this going well. I tested it once, and it was I'm going to say surprisingly close. It wasn't actually that close. Let's see, though. I can't see this going particularly well, but you never know. And if you want to see me make an actual attacking Katy deck, comment that down below in the description. I imagine that's what some of you are attacking, but when I was looking through the options, most of the options weren't that good. I believe Katy has a Heracross, and there's actually a Heracross that is kind of interesting, has mild synergy, or actually has strong synergy with Spidops EX, but just not a very strong card, and also requires energy acceleration, which you literally have no access to without cards like, or not. Do you have any? I'm not sure if you have any access to. Oh, we don't have any basics, nor do they. Let's see. Are we gonna see a glitch this first game? But anyways, we don't have. Okay, we have to take 2 mulligans. They see your deck, and they're probably like, "What on earth are we running?" It's not the best thing in the world. And is it gonna glitch? Looks like it did not glitch, which is good. They're playing Lost Box also. I can't see this ending well. Why is my Spidops glowing? He's having a fun time. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Our lives has been very glitchy for me and many people recently, so that's unfortunate. We could also get donked here. We get to draw a card and can use Katy. But obviously this Tarountula is like super vulnerable now. So yeah, this is like bad. Our hand is not it. And our glowing Tarountula. Hopefully they miss like a KO here. This is so weird with the glow. I don't really know what's going on. I mean, obviously there like is a glow at 1 from like putting the card there. But it has not disappeared. So that's interesting. But obviously, hopefully we get a Pokemon. Even if we get another basic, they might KO us, both of them with Radiant Greninja, or even Sableye. Sableye's harder to set up, but that will be enough. So switch card, and they're going pretty ham on turn 1. I mean, when I say that, getting like 2 cards in the Lost Zone, which isn't anything crazy, but it's scary for us, meaning that they'll probably be able to attack next turn. I don't know if they're going aggressive or if they're playing it safe, because obviously if they go super aggressive, there's a chance that they just miss the attack, which we'll take, and we need that. Also, them burning resources is good for us, as we are obviously controlled like full face guard. I'll play that, and I'm just going to Katy and probably get donked. I think that's how this is going to end. So are we going to see the Kermit? Because this hand's actually... Is this hand good? It's not that good, but it's not awful either. We have energy. We have Ursaluna. We could attack with it, but we could also Katy. I might not have enough Pokemon search. I probably don't, but I don't know. This is just... This is... When, like, people talk about Gym Leader Challenge, which honestly, like, I found that name so strange. Why is it called the Gym Leader Challenge format? If you've heard of that, the GLC format, that's a different format, but it's not actually, like, based on gym leaders. It's monotype, but, like, it's not really based on gym leaders. This is actually, I'm literally doing a Gym Leader Challenge. Also, do they not have it? Please don't have it. I imagine they do, though. They need a Cramorant and I believe an Energy. I don't think they've retreated yet. I don't know if it says that. Kova's Experiment, shouldn't they have played that first? I don't know. They got to be so close. They might just have it in hand. Who knows? But they need a Switch and they need a Cramorant. If they had the Cramorant already, they just need a Switch. They could do that Energy. Nest Ball, they literally... Okay, so they probably have it. Let's be honest. It could be prized. Cramorant could be prized. They often only run 1, and it could be prized. In this case, we're in an okay spot. I was going to add Cheryl, but then I realized the rules wouldn't let me add Cheryl. So, yeah, we're not playing Cheryl. They got Comfy. Wow, so it looks like it's prized because they had the switch cards. So they could have had game, or they're just BMing us because, I don't know, because we're playing Tarountula. And so, yeah, that's right. 7 cards in the Lost Zone. So they did get the turn 2 7 cards in the Lost Zone. They're just BMing us the whole time. What is this? Okay, why did they just waste our time there? Like, I get like doing stuff, but you don't need to make all these extra plays when you literally have game in hand like the whole time. Anyways, we still have the floating box. Okay, there we go. It went away. Finally, okay, running one more game, and if we lose immediately again, I might switch to casual ladder. I feel kind of bad like bullying a bunch of like new players, but at the same time, my deck's really atrocious, so we're just getting beaten up here. So hopefully this turns around a bit. That was awful. Yeah. Also, please comment if you have any suggestions. Someone said I was talking a little too quickly, and I realize I do that when I'm excited because it's Pokemon and it's fun. But yeah, any feedback is greatly appreciated, and I'm gonna try my best to incorporate it. I can't always do that. And obviously, I want to, in terms of if you suggest content, I appreciate that. I won't necessarily do it because obviously I want to make the content that I enjoy. But I do appreciate your suggestions nonetheless, and I want to make content that you enjoy too. So do I want to go first? I do want to go first. That's very good. Obviously, Katy's a solid supporter, but we can like wait on using it. Okay, this hand is substantially better. Do I start Teddiursa? I think so. Tarountula is kind of bad. So, like 40 HP is really atrocious. Actually, we're going to the Lost Box again. Come on. Katy is good, I guess. I'll bench. I'm actually going to play Capturing Aroma. I don't believe they play Hand Disruption. We flip Tails. That's fine. I'll grab another Teddiursa. And I could put 2 Tarountulas into play. Which is probably okay to increase their retreat cost. And so I'll actually do that. Or I could grab another Teddiursa. I don't hate that. And we have the Ursarings in deck, so I'll grab another Teddiursa. I don't believe Spidops is providing absurd amounts of value this match, although it is part of a very important part of our win condition. And then should I attach energy here? No, I won't attach energy here. I probably should just not play that like Nest Ball, but I think we're in an okay spot. We might even end up getting rid of the energy. We'll see what we draw into. But Rare Candy Ultra Ball here obviously is good, and then we can get down our Ursaluna, and then we can also go ahead and use Katy. And then we're looking for Gust. They play lots of Switch cards. Lost Box is super annoying to play against for just average decks because they play so much Switch for control decks, but also they like are able to punish and KO lots of Pokemon very quickly. And punish. They can like take lots of prizes, so they can go in with Radiant Greninja, Sableye, and KO way too many of your Pokemon, which is very scary. We see they're getting rid of Energy Recycler. They're playing a Rope. Obviously going to set up Teddiursa, right? We want the Tarountula around to evolve into Spidops. And we're hoping they don't pop off too hard here. We hope they don't grab a KO at all. That would be very nice for us. And then we can evolve into Ursaluna, and then they're just in an awkward spot. We see 4 Sealstone. Interesting. So they're playing... so obviously they're playing Pokemon Vs. 4 Sealstone can only be used on Pokemon Vs. Oh, and they miss. They just completely don't hit whatever they're trying to get. So we can get rid of... I guess we get rid of the energy. We can recover it later. And I'll get Ursaluna... Which do I evolve the bench one or the active? I'll evolve. Their board state's kind of not great, so I'll evolve the active and then Katy, and draw a fresh hand of 8, which honestly feels pretty solid. See Mesagoza, Gift Energy, V-Guard. So V-Guard could provide value here. In terms of Pokemon Vs, they could be running basics, which is probably what they're running. With Raikou, Zapdos, Drapion, which all hit. So. Oh no, Zapdos. Glen Zapdos V will KO us no matter what, but it takes so much energy. Same thing, Drapion will not KO us if we have V-Guard energy or the full face shield or whatever, full face helmet. I don't remember, but there's the tool that increases reduces our damage we take. So those will allow us to survive a hit. They are gusting Tarountula. That's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. It looks like, are they just going to go for the KO? Do they even have the KO? I'm not sure. They're pretty close now, but they don't have it just yet. Also, Ursaluna has a 4 retreat cost, which is just so, like, wide. But, that's right. Also, I'm assuming they're going to grab the KO. They played the Beach Course, so if they don't have it, it's going to feel bad. We see them get rid of a Rope. Yeah, so we see the Switch card. They're creating on the Tarountula. We really probably can't afford to get another Tarountula to play this game. I'm not sure, but they grab the KO. We're going to send Ursaluna. We're going to stick on... Let's see, full face shield or whatever doesn't actually do too much for us. So Pokemon Catcher, though, I kind of like that. But not just yet. Could Mesagoza. Yeah, I'm going to Mesagoza. See if we get a Pokemon first. Mesagoza is pretty solid in general. I think some people don't respect it as a card, but I think it is quite good. And I'll grab a Tarountula as well. And hopefully that doesn't get KO'd, right? That would be kind of bad if it was KO'd. We don't need to recover anything just yet. I'll stick on Gift Energy, I think. No, I'll stick on... Which it doesn't really matter too much, but I'll stick on Gift Energy. We could Pokemon Catcher, but I don't think that necessarily does too much. We could, like, guess up Comfy, but that probably just helps them. So I could get back... I don't know. I'm just going to get back some stuff. I can get rid of stuff with Ultra Ball. And I think Katy also has value, but probably Rare Candy. I can literally get back Tarountula as well as Rare Candy. Maybe that's fine. Tarountula Ultra Ball doesn't feel too awful. Getting back the energy could be good as well. But I believe we will be able to attack a few turns with this Ursaluna. And we want to set up our board state as best as possible for the inevitable time when they're just set up super well. We need to get our board state as good as possible in the turn or two we have for now until they just start punishing us a lot. And so that's where things get scary. I might not play this Tarountula. I might just discard it. We'll see. They get rid of stuff that they don't need. That's fine. What are they down so far? They're down a Rope. Generally, they play, I'll say, 8 Switch cards. They're down 3. So... we're in an okay spot. We're not completely out of it. This is going better than I was expecting. We are set up. We see them drop Beach Court again. So I'm wondering if they are going to go for a retreat here. They only need 1 more card, and they'll also want to be able to... Yeah, so they are going to go into Comfy. They do have Mirage Gate active. And they're down essentially... Oh, no, they're down 3 energies, including the one on Greninja, which I can't... Oh, there we go. They got rid of Mirage Gate. Wow, okay. So that's fine. Nest Ball. I'm nervous what other Pokemon they have, because something like Sableye obviously is very powerful as it spreads damage, and they're going to get that right away. They probably can't do it this turn, but it's not impossible. I believe they retreated. So if they have 2 switch cards in a Lost Vacuum, they can attack with Sableye. That's a solid amount of resources. Yeah, okay, they just don't have it at all. I'm fine with that. Ursaluna. Oh, wow, that's an awesome top deck. I'm going to get actually both Ursalunas into play right now. And we could go for Gust on something, probably Sableye. I'll Ultra Ball away. Or actually, I'm going to drop Mesagoza right now. Hopefully flip heads on that. And also reduce their options for switching out, which is good. Please flip heads. Let's go. We got heads. There we go. That's awesome. We can grab out of the deck, I think, the other Ursaluna. And we can also grab... So we're going to Rare Candy again. We can now Ultra Ball away. I think we can get rid of the Tarountula. I imagine next turn. Like, they got 7 cards in the Lost Zone. 10 activates Sableye, which does very scary spread. So I imagine putting the other Tarountula into play is kind of bad. So I'll get rid of this Ultra Ball here. Grab out the Spidops EX, which I think is very solid. And I believe we have another Mesagoza in deck. We have 2. So that's nice. And now we're in a spot where we can hopefully just punish our opponents. And they've only taken like 1 prize so far. So, and they don't even have any other damage on board. I wouldn't despise gusting Sableye, but eventually that's just going to go badly for us. So energy commitment isn't, like, energy commitment here isn't too bad. Our deck's actually infinite as well. Getting Spidops out of the active could be awkward, but we do have Switch, and I don't think we need Catcher yet. So I'll grab, could grab energy and... possibly Katy. I don't know if Katy's providing a ton of value here, though. We could grab Nest Ball to get down another Teddiursa, but I don't even think that's super good here. Mesagoza to bump their Stadium is nice, though. So I'll grab Mesagoza V-Guard Energy. And I think that gives us a few options going forward in the future. I don't think they're going to be killing the Spidops. They might hit away at it and do some damage, but I don't think you're going to be able to KO it super easily. I do believe Ursaluna provides a threat. Also, we can do bulky bump for 200 for 3. That's quite a bit in the... Oh, and they flipped tails there. They're getting kind of unlucky this game. Definitely they're missing stuff, but control to win. Sometimes you need your opponent to get a little unlucky. We've seen them get rid of the Drapion, so that's a powerful attacker. Drapion is not an efficient attacker. It's very expensive. Most of their attackers are very much tech-based, expensive attackers. They get rid of that Colvis again. No, that's a... Yeah, I think that was a close experiment. It was kind of hard to see, but we see all the cards they got now. And they have 10 in the Lost Zone now. So, well, I mean, they do have Sableye active. They're still down a very few energy. So, they have the ability to retreat. But they only have 13 cards in deck. They are down. This is the things you want to be thinking about when you're against Lost Zone, especially when you're playing Control. Energy Recycler, so that reduces. Also, sorry if there's any flickering and if my volume levels have been changing. I'm trying to get that fixed, but it might not be quite right. Want to be careful of where they've committed resources and how they're dealing with that. Also, if our Ursaluna goes down, we can draw lots of cards, which is kind of cool. Lost Vacuum, but that's not providing a ton of value. We don't need the Mesagoza in play. In fact, we're probably better off without Mesagoza in play, because they could have a lot of value, or they can have some value from it. Anyways, obviously we don't. Oh, that's our Lost Zone. So they are going to Mirage Gate. I'm surprised by that. We're seeing another energy on Comfy. That's an interesting... Oh, because they need the 2 energy for Spidops. Yeah, I don't know how I forgot the whole purpose of our deck, but I somehow did. I probably should have grabbed Katy. It's theoretically very good here. But we can Pokemon Catcher and Gust up Comfy here. Gift Energy is fine. We don't need Mesagoza in play, but we might play it to thin. We flip tails, unfortunately. I imagine we could stick energy on Spidops to retreat. Which isn't terrible. I'll actually do that. I'll stick the V-Guard on Spidops. I'm going to go ahead and Pete Hunt for, I guess, Katy plus Catcher. And then some point in the future, we can recover a piece of the Ursaluna. As we do that, I think we have enough turns because their damage output is so low here. And that's why I honestly don't think Ursaluna's a bad attacker. If you stick it in a better deck, like an actual deck that's not just a gym leader deck, I believe you could have something very solid here. But yeah, in terms of I'll talk about the deck idea and building as a whole now. I'm going to look at so I'm not very familiar with the videos. I literally played the video for the first time a few days ago. We see Tarountula and Energy. Those are kind of useless, but at least it's something. So Katy's Pokemon, I guess I'll go with the turn and then I'll talk about them. and they've taken only 4 prizes. Oh, Cross Switcher. I like that. It's better than Pokemon Catcher, honestly. It does use our Switch, but we can grab this Comfy and active. They are down. I need to check how many Switch they're down. I think they're down like 4, maybe less. If they're only down to 3 still, that's scary. Okay, so they've played 3 Switch and their Beach Quartz. I'm still not loving this position. I'm going to stick the V-Guard Energy on the active. And our hand isn't... Actually, I'm going to Pete Hunt for the... Oh, they scooped. Let's go. We got to win. We got to win. This is insane. No way. I did not expect us to be winning a game. But that was pretty crazy, and I'm very happy about that. When we moved up our league, I think. No, maybe we didn't. Okay, so we lost the first game. But anyway, let's run one more game. See if we can go over or even. I don't feel particularly confident. I probably should have quit while I was ahead, but I didn't. So that's fine. But yeah, so the Pokemon she uses is... where is it? So she uses a low kicks, a Spidops, and an Ursaring, as well as a Fortress, and also a Heracross. So Heracross, there's a moderately okay. I believe there are no low kicks in the format. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe there are. There's 2 Spidops. I believe the other one's not very good, and actually also like a pseudo control card. Is there a Fortress? Yeah, there's like a Metal Fortress. Also, this hand's pretty mediocre. It's not actually that bad, but it's not great either. And we do have some options, but not too many. We can actually go with String Halt to like Gust. Gift Energy is not awful. We'll see what we're against. We're against Guardy, it looks like. Another Tarountula. I don't hate putting that into play. And they'll go grab Teddiursa. And then I don't know if they're carrying us, but I could put Gift Energy on Teddiursa itself. I could just pass. Passing here is not awful. And then we can Rare Candy, do some stuff. Get Spidops. Spidops, they're not going to love that. They're probably going to leave the Mew in the active this turn, I predict. So I can actually just pass. They do play Judge, though. I'll put the energy on Teddiursa, and then if they KO it, we do draw some cards. Yeah, there's actually a Heracross you could use to attack with and combine with Spidops. Because Spidops actually does more damage. Oh, they hit a Battle VIP pass. It's not the end of the world, but it's a bit annoying. Actually, if they play Radiant Greninja, things can get bad for them quickly. But Tarountula here, it says... No, not Tarountula. Spidops here says it does more damage for each retreat cost. Whoa. What is this? This is not what I thought it was. This is Palkia. Whoa. Okay, I've not played against an actual good Palkia deck ever in the new format, I don't think. So this is going to be interesting, but we can definitely punish... Oh, boy. I forgot Pyukimiku gets so, big, which sounds weird now they say it out loud, but Pyukimiku, expands a lot. You see them grab Switch, so they are running probably 4 Switch. With the Mew package, we see the Barrel, we see the Palkias, we see obviously Ultra Ball is very good with the Barrel. It looks like they have a solid amount of stuff going on, but it's probably all based towards consistency. So I'm just wondering how many Switch they play, because Switch, as I said, makes sense with Mew now that there's no Air Balloon, but they're getting rid of Switch Cross Switcher against the control deck. Guys, do not do that. Do not do that. But anyways, they are not Gardevoir. They did not KOS, clearly. So what are we going to go for? I guess, they can definitely KO our Spidops. So that's scary. And we're probably not trapping the Mew in the active. It's not impossible, though. But they can probably get it out. Irida. So we see that Irida, they filled their bench. We see them grab Pyukimiku again. And an energy, which they're going to, I think, discard with the Radiant Greninja. I wonder if them grabbing the Pokemon off of... Okay, they just pass. That's fine. If they already have a Palkia in hand. Capturing Aroma, I don't hate. I'll go ahead. So we get heads. We could grab a Spidops. We could actually get double Spidops and play right off the bat. We could literally just play all our Pokemon. I'm definitely going to Rare Candy Ursaluna. I'm going to fully commit. I'm going to bench, play all these Pokemon. And hope this works out. I'm not really sure if this was good, but I just want to trap them. And theoretically, now they're just kind of stuck. And now we have a bunch of turns to work with. Hope we draw into our stuff. We see a Palkia, so they do have that in hand, which kind of makes sense because they Iridied for the, not Palkia, they Iridied for Pyukimiku, which is an interesting card. It has synergy with Irida, so I guess I like it, but I don't love it either. But barrel, also this barrel lights are really like funny, but I don't love it. I don't like the fact that it looks like it's a it looks like it's like Bidoof. It looks like art of a basic Pokemon, which just obviously doesn't fit in evolution. So honestly, I don't love it. They're getting rid of boss. Interesting. So they're not well. They could still boss, but obviously Ursaluna we could Pete Hunt, and we have various options here, but we need to draw into something, right? So that's just the big thing. We're not out of this by any means, but we need to just draw cards. And so we should be able to, like, hopefully, like, after we Pete Hunt, they could just mess with our hand. Do they have the KO here? How much are they hitting? I don't think they have the KO. I believe we actually need a full bench for them to grab the KO. So no matter what happens, we're living here, which I'm fine with. I'm still not, as I said, entirely sure what their deck's doing. Obviously, it's Palkia. This could be the extent of their deck. I mean, why do they keep grabbing Pyukumuku? I mean, I guess it draws cards. We can only use one per turn. Oh, and then they're going to Mew. They haven't done that yet. So if they had to switch a Cross Switcher, ooh, interesting. That will allow them to KO Ursaluna before we have a chance to Pete Hunt. But they're already down, I think, one. They've already down most of their Ultra Balls, but they don't mind that. They've searched out most of their Pokemon. Their board state's incredibly powerful for a regular match, but this isn't a regular match. This is obviously a control match. So are they going to be able to deal with the control aspects? Are they going to get punished for that? But Barrel, I don't believe they played any more switches yet, though. If they had, they would have gone into their attacker. And they only used Palkia for one. So we see another energy, but we don't see a switch yet. So they're just sitting around waiting for a switch. We're just going to pass it. We don't have anything. They're playing the game. We're not really playing the game. But we're also kind of stopping them from playing the game. Also, the like special arts are really sick looking. Why does it say it's GG25 out of GG70? It's like good game. I don't really know what's going on here, but the Mews from the same set. Super funny art with Squovit, Cramorant, Glaring Ponyta, some really fun Pokemon there. An Indu Pokemon as well. As well as some old ones. Is Ribombee new? I don't think Ribombee. No, Ribombee's not. It's not Gen 7. Nidorina. I don't know. It's a really nice art, and obviously Mew itself. One thing I don't love is that Mew's not. Well, this is the center. Your eyes are actually drawn away from Mew. Your eyes are drawn to the Rookity, Cramorant, Grand Rapidash, and somewhat Squovit as well. So yeah. Anyways, what are they like doing? I'm not really paying attention to what they're doing. Okay, they are cross switching. It looks like our Ursaluna is going to die, but that will put us into the game, so that's fun. Or they're going to KO our, like, hit into our Spidops, which would be scary. Theoretically, they could like sweep us. Oh, they're going to hit into our Spidops. Oh, we still can't play the game. Okay, Echoing Horn's useless here, so I'll grab a Teddiursa. And our guy did not die yet. It's still living. So Echoing Horn V-Guard energy is actually good, but we're still going to get rid of it. Right? And grab ourselves. Where is it? It's a Teddiursa. There it is. So yeah, nothing much has happened yet. We have a lot of prizes on the board. We literally have 6 prizes on the board right now. So they can win with these Pokemon, but they don't love hitting through Ursaluna. As high HP means it's not always getting one-shotted, especially if we have a V-Guard energy on, Pot Helmet, that type of thing. So we're looking for those type of cards. Gift Energy is still very good here, as it will allow us to draw cards. We can recover stuff. But they are going to pull ahead 3 prizes before we're able to really go and try to find those gust aspects. So yeah, we see them do 420 damage to our grass Pokemon. Nice. We can still Pete Hunt, and then we're probably going to grab, I don't know, let's see what we top deck as well. We could grab something amazing. Mesagoza isn't too bad. I'll certainly take that. And we can grab probably Teddiursa. We fail it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But now we're going to recover Energy Rare Candy, I think, is the play. Now, we do need an access to Ursaluna, and that's not guaranteed by any means, but they might not have a stadium bump. I wonder if they actually play, not Training Court, if they play, what's the stadium called? Training Court wouldn't be awful here, but if they play Beach Court, yes, the other court. Mesagoza, they do flip tails as well. Not that they even need it, but the thin's always fine. Oh, when they're also very low on cards in their deck, they're going to drop Collapsed. Wow, okay. So they're going to choose to voluntarily reduce the damage output. KOing, going after Spidops again. What has he done to you? We're literally just sitting here and not doing anything. This is kind of boring, but understandable as well. Though they will very much struggle to KO Ursaluna. Gift Energy. Oh, wow. I'll stick it on the Spidops. I'll take that. we get to draw lots of cards if they KO this guy. I believe it works on single prizers, right? Unless I'm being like an idiot, which I could be being. But no, yeah, it works on single prizers. If they KO it, we draw lots of cards, and we're in the game. They could theoretically have Echoing Horn, which could be annoying. I wouldn't be shocked if they run that, but it does not allow them to put, because the pre-evolution to the EX. Yeah, and we draw tons of cards off Gift Energy, and these are amazing cards. Like, these are truly strong. And now they should be a little scared, to be honest. Although not super scared, as we don't actually have access to anything right away just yet. Maybe I should have actually sent up that other Ursaluna, but I can Rare Candy the active. V-Guard Energy. We do need Gust, though. So I'm actually going to basically go to the Thin, or should we just... Oh, did I mess up there? I might have messed up a little bit. I'm just going to V-Guard Energy active, and Mesagoza's not amazing here. I'm just going to Pete Hunt for Ultra Ball away, actually the Tarountula and the Mesagoza, and get out a Teddiursa, so we can drop that after things are done. And I'm going to go and Pete Hunt for, let's see here. Oh, boy, I think I messed up a little bit. Not that we were in a great spot before. I'll grab Echoing Horns, kind of good. Rare Candy. I don't know. I'll actually grab Gift Energy here. And now, hopefully, we are able to win this game. It's very close. And have they played Switch? They played one. And they Cross Switchered. So they're actually out of Cross Switchers. My question is, do they run like lots of copies of Switch? Usually running one Switch isn't that common, but it's not crazy either. It's definitely something you will see people do. They probably run an escape rope. They're going to Echoing Horn the Tarountula into play as well. So they're going to judge us. Okay, I'll take that. Our hand was not super strong there. No, this hand is not very good either. Like, the amount of good cards we have is pretty low. We have Cross Switcher, though, which is kind of nice. And we still have the Gift Energy. Do they have KO here? I don't even know. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they do have KO, it looks like. They're going to Lost Teddiursa as well. 2, 3, 4, 5s. No, they don't. I don't know. It's just... Oh, because of the Special Energy. They did not. Oh, that's actually very good. Do I bump this Stadium? No, I guess not. And obviously, putting the Spidops into play is very risky. Oh, but I'm actually gonna... I'll hold on Mesagoza for... No, I'll play it to Thin. I think that's fine. But we don't want the Spidops into play just yet. And I'll do the Katy, and then we obviously aren't able to use Pete Hunt there, unfortunately. But... Yeah, so sorry, I was looking at something else for a quick second. But we could actually do Bulky Bump. That's not completely out of the question, but it's probably not good. They're going to judge us as well. Wow, they've saved their judges for so long. I guess because our hand was just so bad. Oh, wow. This hand's insane. Okay, I'll take this. We are still kind of like losing, but... No, we didn't do anything the whole game. They just won. Oh, I feel sad. Okay, we did not go over 500. We honestly drew pretty awfully there. Oh, there we go. We got a lot of good cards, but we couldn't play any of them. So, yeah, we lost. All right, I think the fact that we only play Katy as our supporter is really bad. Like, you definitely want more supporters than this. This deck is not standard viable. It went surprisingly well. We weren't in an awful spot. We set up pretty well. We just didn't hit our gusting cards. So if this was you could actually make this into a good deck. I think Ursaluna controls surprisingly viable. So I'm gonna actually try this out. But yeah, you should if you have ideas. I might have a list in the description. You don't need the list. The list is bad, but the ideas are really cool. Specifically Ursaluna. And Spidops the trap isn't too bad either. But yeah, this is a really fun challenge. If you have other trainers or gym leaders you want me to try out, comment them down below. Keep in mind the only I don't know, the only ones we can do are for gym leaders is going to be Katy. There are some other gym leaders. I don't even know who the gym leaders are in the other generations. Brawly, right? Candace. I mean, there are some, right? There are a number of gym leaders, but they're not the new gym leaders. So if you want to see other older gym leaders, comment that down below. They don't even necessarily have Pokemon in the format, but some They probably all do. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this video. So if you want to see someone else, comment that down below. I might do a community poll as well. We'll see. But I hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, I'm excited to see you in the next video. See ya.